What if I told you that you can automate these viral 2x2 videos, like these ones that can get over 100,000 likes? Like this one, people with these hobbies are the kindest humans on earth. Now, these are called 2x2 videos, and basically we'll be using Canva Autofill API to autofill all of those images and pixels, license-free images using their API. Now, I don't know if you can see that there are various opportunities and use cases you can generate using this 2x2 viral videos automation workflow. Basically, this one was a productivity application account. Basically, they are marketing their app, which is Curiosity Quench app. And I've also made some research about also these other 2x2 dairy healthy foods post. Basically, they're also marketing their application. And from the research I made, I found out that you can use it in educational purpose, where you'll be having a caption and four tools or four topics that you want maybe to translate if it's language related thing. And there are various use cases. You can go ahead and make your research. Let's jump in and see how you can automate it using Canva Autofill API and Pexels free images. Hello, my name is Elvito if you're new here, and I help people automate their repetitive tasks using AI and automation. Now, today I'm very happy to share with you this workflow which will generate 2x2 viral videos from scratch, and it will be posting them as reels, and you can go ahead and post them to other social media platforms as well. And if you're new here, I have also a community, a school community. We are a growing community, and we just help each other to learn AI and automation. And if you are interested, you can go ahead and join. And let's jump into the whole tutorial. Today I'm very happy because I'm ready to share with you full tutorial step by step. I've seen a lot of people are struggling with Canva API, and that's the reason why I've decided to make a full video from scratch, how to set up the integration, how to get it connected to your N8N and things like that, like pixels. Now let's jump into it. Hopefully it will be helpful. All right, now without further ado, let's jump into our workflow and understand each part and how it works. Now, as we all know, each workflows need what we call a trigger. And for our use case, I'm using a scheduled trigger, which will be scheduled every 8 hours. So every 8 hours when our workflow is triggered, it will go on and run and generate our real video, and it will post it on my Instagram that I created. And basically me doing nothing, it might surprise me one day when I will get one reel which gets a lot of views and a lot of likes. Now, after getting triggered, we need to pick a topic. For my use case, I chose productivity. And as we discussed before, these viral videos, you can choose. There are a lot of areas you can just choose and go on. And basically what you just need is to pick the topic. If you want to go in education, if you want to go in art, in movies, and it's also customizable to your own data. If you want maybe to read the data from your sales database so that you can post your top products, maybe that were purchased. And basically, this part, it's my own use case. You can go ahead and choose your own, but be ready to make it surprise you one day when it is driving some traffic to your products. Now, the third node here, as you can see, is the basic LLM chain. I connected it to Google Gemini, and Google Gemini offers some free requests. As my use case, I don't need any hard computing AI things. I'm just using Gemini to Flash. And basically what it will generate for me an image prompt. This is not an AI image prompt. We are going to be using free Pexels images that are available for free using their API. And after generating the prompt, basically it will generate all the information we need inside our brand template, my caption, the image prompts, and also the label on top of the images. Now, this is the whole prompt. I'm not going to go through it, but I will offer you this template in my school community. And basically, that's the first part. All right, now that our basic LLM chain has like provided all the information we need. We can go ahead and first, the following steps is to generate all our images using Pexels. This will be a fast one. And basically we will first split out the output.items, which contain all our 4 items. And basically after splitting them out, we will process them in parallel. And first of all, we will get our image using Pexels API. And basically all we just need is to hit this route, api.pexels.com v1 search. And we need to add a header auth. Basically, a header auth will add authorization and your API key. To get your API key, it's very straightforward. You come here on pexels.com/API and get your API key and copy it and use it there. Now here on the query, you need to place the image query, which will come from the previous node. And we just need one image because that's actually all we need for each prompt. We don't need a lot of images unless you want to maybe make something different. So after that, we need to download our images. And after downloading our images, as you can see, they are all downloaded and they are available in binary file. And now the next part is the Canva part, and let's go through it step by step. All right, now before we get into how to start using Canva API, let's go step by step. And the first need that we need is the brand template. We need something like this, and we are going to create it from scratch. Now to create it, you need to go to canva.com/brand/brand templates. You need to be at least on the pro plan. And after that, you need to click on add new. I'm going to choose real as the portrait mode. And after choosing it, you'll be redirected to your Canva editing dashboard. And basically here you can add elements. And if I click on elements, I can drag and drop this image placeholder. And basically I can create it and copy and paste, duplicate it so that I have 4 images. And after having 4 images, I try to put them in the middle. Now put the top one slightly on top so that I can add some text. Now the first text will be at least here. And basically this will be the placeholder for item 1. Now I'll also duplicate this, place it also here, duplicate this, place it also here, try to make the spacing even, and I'm going to put a little bit on top these ones. And basically what's remaining is only the caption. The caption, I'll place it here, and I can write caption and basically increase its size like this, like this. There are a lot of things you can do with text editing. You can change its font family, maybe choose something else. Let's maybe choose this one, and you can animate everything on this brand template. You can choose maybe to appear them into a simple animation with a seek, with a fan. It's up to you. You can go through all of those animation and choose how they will be. They will get animated. Now after this, the most important thing is in our autofill API is to create our data fields. Now to create our data fields, all you just need to do is click on the where you want click on your placeholder and then click on data autofill. Now you can choose custom. I've connected my Canva now, and then click on data fields and then choose to maybe be caption. Now this will be called caption, and this one, let's also add it as label 1. Then this one, this image, also let it be image 1. All right, now I just finished making my data fields and they are all complete. Now you can go ahead and customize your Canva brand template. You can add your logo. You just need to come here on uploads and upload it and place it here. You can change the animation as we saw. You can add different tools and basically you can go ahead and do it and let me know if you have any problem. Now after doing it, also you can add some music, some background music. Basically what you just need to do is drag and drop it here and make it start, and if you play it, yep. And yeah, now we need to publish our blank template, and to do so we just need to click here on publish and close. And yeah, our brand template now is already created, and the most important thing that we need is the brand template ID, which we can find over here. All right, now that we are done with creating our brand template, let's come back to our workflow. And basically what we are going to first do is we are going to first upload all our images to Canva API database. Basically, you cannot autofill anything inside our Canva Autofill, which is media related, without first uploading it to their database firstly. So that's why I encourage you to go through Canva API documentation, and basically through here you can see you can check all of the API references. And basically what we are going to do here is we are going to upload file, and basically because it's asynchronous, we are going to create asset upload, and we'll be getting its job status and the link of the image where it was stored. So the first thing that we need to make a post request on assets upload, and that's basically what we did here, assets upload. And we also need authentication. We just need assets right. And allow me to introduce you how we get authenticated through Canva API. Now, the first thing that you need is an integration. And if I click here on integration, as you can see, I have only public, which is available. Basically, if I want to make it private, I need to be on enterprise plan, but I'm on a pro plan, so I need my integration to be public. Now I need to click agree and create integration. Now it will take some time, and I need to give it a name. Let's say for 2x2 viral videos, and you need to get your client ID. And basically what you will do here on Canva API, you will add a generic credential type and add auth to API. And for the Canva API, the first thing that we need to set up, for the grant type, you'll choose PKCE. For the authorization URL, you'll choose this canva.com/API/auth/authorize. And for the access token URL, you'll choose this one. Now, the client ID we just saw is what we're going to copy and paste in here, and also generate the client secret here, and also copy it and paste it in here. Now, here is where you have to enter all your scopes. Now, as we saw here, to create an upload, we need asset right, but for the scopes to work, you need to also come here on your integration on scope and tick them. So first of all, we need the asset right, and I have to tick right, and both of them will be ticked. Now to add them, you need to come back to the documentation and check how the scopes are. All right, so if we scroll down here on scopes, here we can see a lot of a list of all the scopes and how we'll be adding them. So for the first action that we need basically is the posting our assets. We need to make a request on assets upload. Basically, we will check, okay, here, what do we need for the create asset job? We need the assets right. Now, in our integration, we need to tick it. And also the second action that we need, if we check into our workflow, is to to do what? To upload via Canva Autofill. So we will check for the Autofill API, which is here, create design autofill. Now, what are the scopes that we need? We need design content right. So I'll come back here on my integration, and for design content right, I tick it. And after that, I'll also need to get the design autofill job to get the results. We need the design meta read. Then we need design meta read. Then after that, I think we also need to do what? We need to export our design. So I need to check for the export job. Basically, it's here, export, create design export job. We need design content read. And I will come here, I will check for design content. We already have it. And if I get export job, design content read, we already have it. So basically, these are the main permission that you need for autofilling. You can go ahead and tick all of them, but if you just need few scopes, that's what you need. Now to add them, as we saw, we need to separate them with the space. We take each one that we need, and basically we come here on our Canva API and paste it each one by one, separated by space. Now, after configuring the scopes, the last thing that we need is to set the authorized redirect URL. And basically what you'll just do, you'll just copy this and paste it into your redirect URL. Now, they don't accept localhost, so you have to run, if you're running it locally, you have to run it adding the webhook URL as this local IP address. So that's the last thing. Hopefully you connect it. This is the most difficult part. So if you have any issue, feel free to go down into the comments and show me what error you are like getting. And yeah, let's continue our workflow now. For the posting, we are posting all the 4 images that we got from the Pexels API. And you have to wait because it's asynchronous. I waited 40 seconds. That means 10 seconds for each. And then we checked their assets. Basically, is to recheck the assets upload and check the job ID. If it's success, it will return with the image ID or the asset ID. And those assets ID are what we are going to use into our autofill API. Now, before autofilling, we need to first group our thing, because as you can see, I have 4 different results that I need to merge together before, or to aggregate. We are going to use the aggregate node. Now, before doing it, I'm going first to create an object where I will put all the image ID and caption so that I can group all of them together with, I guess is the first node that we used when we splitted them out. And after grouping them together, we need to aggregate them and have something like this, which we will use into our autofill request. All right, now after mapping our data together and aggregating them, we are going to make a request to actually autofill into our brand template. And this is also one of the difficult parts. Basically, we're going to make a post request on autofills. We're going to use the same authentication. And basically here, we're going to be sending, the first thing that we're going to be sending is the brand template ID. As I told you, to get the brand template ID, you'll basically need to copy this. Now, after the brand template ID, we need our data. Now, how do we get the data? We just need to come here onto our documentation and go here on brand templates and click get brand template dataset. And after clicking brand template dataset, we need to generate a token. If you're already logged in, it will be straightforward, and you paste in your brand template ID and you submit. And basically it will give you all the data set that you need. And basically this is what you will copy the object inside without including the data set, and basically paste it into here. Now, after pasting it into here, every data that is a type of text, you're going to add the text with of course, with a drag and drop. But if it's an image, you're going to add asset ID from the image ID that we just created from our object. And this is very straightforward. And yeah, and this is also one of the most difficult parts. So for images, you have to remember that if it's type image, you need to add asset ID like this. If it's type text, you need to add another field called text and paste it or drag and drop the field respectively. Now, after doing that, we'll then wait 10 seconds because this is just one request. We'll then get the autofill status. If it's success, it will return the design ID and we'll start the export design. How do we do that? We just hit the export URL, and for the design ID, we just drag and drop the design ID from the result from the previous node. For my case, I just choose to export it as type MP4 and it should be vertical 1080p. And after that, we'll wait some few seconds and get the export URL, which will get expired because it's just a signed URL. It will get expired in the few seconds and we need to upload it to a public link. All right, now to upload our video to a public link, I'm using image URL. You can go ahead and use S3 bucket. You can go ahead and use Google Drive. It's up to you. I just chose image URL and you can find the documentation of most of the public URL like Google Drive, Dropbox, S3 in my school community. I'm not going to go through it. We just need to take our URL, which has an expiry time, and then generate a URL which, or a link which doesn't have an expiry date, so that if you want from this part, you can then save it to your Google Sheet, and before posting it, maybe first look it yourself. But for this workflow, it will immediately post it. And for the post reel, I have a step-by-step in my school community on how to post on Instagram. And basically you'll come into Classroom and come here on automation and come here on Instagram API setup. And basically here you'll see a step-by-step. I don't want to make this video that long, but basically you need the Instagram business account and you need to connect it using Facebook Graph API. And that's what we are doing here. We are using a Facebook Graph API node, and we are accessing our Instagram account ID, and we have to first do a media request. Here we have, for the video URL, choose the link, and for the media type we choose Reels, as we want to post them as Reels. Then it's also asynchronous. I'm going to wait 10 seconds, and after 10 seconds we need then to publish it immediately. So I hope this was very useful and hope you're going to be creating a lot of viral clips using the 4x4. You can invent your own, do maybe a 3x3, I don't know, or maybe do some slides. Not only like posting them as reels, you can post them as post and do a slide post, and basically engage with your followers or your community. All right. Now, hopefully this video was very helpful. If you face any issue, if you face any authentication issue with the Canva, or if any endpoint is not working, feel free to go down in this comment section and I will be there to help you. And if you don't want to set up everything and you want to directly use my workflow, I've put the workflow file into my school community. You can go ahead and go on 2x2 grid viral videos with Canva+Pexels, and basically you'll get your workflow, which you can copy and paste inside your N8N. Now, hopefully this video was very helpful. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to other AI enthusiasts. See you in the next one.